Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the new Tier 5 Premium Destroyer that's available. Well, it's actually, first of all, it's Swedish. Okay, it's in the Pan-European, Pan-European, it's a Premium. It's actually a Visby class ship or whatever, I think. Yeah, Visby class Destroyer Kalmar. The ship is going to be available in the Dockyard, by the way. This is the free ship that's going to be available in the Dockyard. If you're wondering about the Njord, which is the actual Dockyard ship, the Tier 9 battleship, I recorded a video for that yesterday. The Kalmar, so it's on my channel, by the way, so you can just go take a look if you want. But the Kalmar, it's available upon completing 8 phases. This ship is available for free, so that's pretty cool. Now, it is a Tier 5, which is pretty low tier, but you know, it is what it is. Not really a ship I would play realistically, because I don't really play this tier much. But I'll still cover a video on it, so we at least have some content for you guys. But let's start off with the commander build I'm going to be running. Unfortunately, I can only run a 13-point captain right now. But let's say you want to move over your Gdansk or something captain. Or let's say you just want a Kalmar captain. Maybe you want to play Kalmar forever. You can actually just take the yellow recommendeds from Wargaming here. Preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, concealment expert, superintendent, adrenaline rush, fill the tubes, and swift fish. For equipment, I'm actually running torpedo tubes mod 1, engine boost mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. For the exterior camouflage, what's really nice about this one is we actually have a camouflage for the ship, which is in single tone color. Same with the Njord. It's actually a very similar camo to Njord. I actually think this camo is pretty nice, to be honest. So that's pretty nice that we have a camouflage in the game. That's pretty nice. So yeah, that's the camouflage. I'll cover the ship characteristics right now, and then we can go to gameplay. If you want to skip straight to gameplay, you totally can. This ship, his closest relative at tier 5 is the Visby. But one might note that the Visby has 7 guns, and the Kalmar has... No, does it have 7? No, it has 5 guns, sorry. Visby has 5 guns. Kalmar has 3 guns. That's because Visby has dual barrels. And Visby also has better main gun reload. So basically your trade-off is you get better torpedoes, but you lose out on guns. So you're more of a torpedo-focused ship, which should be pretty good regardless at tier 5. Your main problem is going to be when you're actually fighting other destroyers. So for survivability, we have 9.6k HP. Artillery, main guns, we have 8-second reload on 3 120mm guns, 9.7 kilometer firing range. Pretty bad, almost unusable realistically. But hey, it is what it is. This is a torpedo-focused ship, so let's take a look at the torps. So for the torps, we actually have 10-kilometer torps that go 80 knots, which is pretty fast. And of course, they can actually go 5% faster. So you're going to be able to go 84 knots, I think. 84 knot torps, which is pretty fast at tier 5. They only do 7.5k damage each, but they reload every 54 seconds. So it's pretty much like almost like a tier 5 Holland in that regard. A defense and depth charges, whatever. A defense looks really bad because it's tier 5. Maneuverability, it actually goes 41 knots, which is actually quite fast for a tier 5 destroyer. 41 knots, and you also have the additional speed boost on that, 8%. That's pretty nice. A 3.5 second rudder shift, 540 meter turning circle radius. You are a bit big and fat though, so you have to be careful when you're taking trades with destroyers. Is you're gonna get outgunned, and well, you are a big hull, so you're gonna get hit pretty hard. For concealment, we have 5.7 detection, which is also actually quite good for tier 5. So your actual ship characteristics are pretty good in general for the ship, but the torpedoes aren't going to be as oppressive as something, for example, like Kamikaze are. They reload faster on that one and they do more damage, but these ones are faster to target. So yeah, keep that in mind. So they're probably easier to hit. So even though they're lower damage, they're easier to hit. I think we should go into the game in the Kalmar. Alright, here we are in the Kalmar on Fault Line. I'll be honest, I have only played the ship one game, and I'm just gonna feature this one game. It's actually a replay, unfortunately. It's not a live commentary game, yes, I know. Normally I feature live commentary games, and normally I do 2 games. This is a tier 5 ship, guys, so I don't think we should go too much into detail on it. And I'm just gonna take the game I had on stream. This is literally a game I just played on stream. This is the only game I played in Kalmar regardless, so this would really realistically be my first game in Kalmar. But yeah, so the matchmaking is tier 6 matchmaking. We're kind of bottom tier, but at least there's no tier 7s. Every battleship is tier 6. And, well, there's Kamikaze R on the enemy team. We must keep that in mind. But let's skip the start and actually get to some enjoyable gameplay. Okay, so the jump bar just got spotted. And I'm going to be torping him here. We launch our torps. They're very fast. But I think I underlead a bit, but we'll see. They are fast, but you do need to pay attention to their grain lines. I'm not that good at torpedo boats myself, guys, to be honest. But when it comes to just hitting torps in general, even though they're really fast, I'm gonna have a pretty hard time. Maybe I'm not looking at the gray line perfectly. Maybe I'm shooting it a bit to the right of the grain line, and unfortunately we only land 3 torps. We still do 14k damage and set double flood. Realistically, what you could do in these situations is you launch one set of torps, get a flood, and then you wait. And he DCPs, and then you launch the next set, and he floods again, and then you launch the third set, and you just keep launching every 30 seconds or so, so he's constantly having to dodge torps. Instead of launching them once every 60 seconds, you could launch 3 torps every 20-30 seconds, and you can just play on floods in that regard, since your damage, actually, alpha is quite low. So we do have guns here, but I'm actually not going to use them, because, well, as you know, the guns on the ship are really bad, so I don't really want to use the guns on this ship. We're kind of playing in the middle of the game. It is a CV game, and as you can see, if we take a look at the 4-5 line, there's actually a gap to the aircraft carrier there, and the Dunkirk B just died there in mid. So there's actually a little opening to go get their CV potentially, which I think we should go eat up for sure. But we must keep in mind that they could come back. For example, the Celebes could come back, or the Kamikaze R, but the Kamikaze R is very far away. So realistically, the only 2 ships I'm really worried about coming back are the Celebes or Celebes. I don't know how you pronounce that ship's name. If there are any Dutch viewers in chat, you know, I would greatly appreciate it. I know a lot of people correct me on my pronunciations, which is good. I always like, you know, obviously I'm not fluent in every language, guys, okay? So I'm gonna need some help in pronunciation and stuff, so if you can help me pronounce that tier 5 Dutch cruiser, I would greatly appreciate it. But we're gonna go towards the cap here because I want to get that carrier. It seems like he's in that position. We see planes being launched from that position, so I'm just gonna sail in this general direction. But we'll take a moment here to just, I mean, I'm asking you guys, how you doing? How have you been? I hope you've been enjoying the content recently. I have posted, I think this is my 6th video in a row this week because we have a lot of NDA ships. Now, I know one of them was an aircraft carrier video and one of them was a submarine video, which some of you guys would probably not be too excited about. And I totally understand that obviously those videos aren't for everyone. Realistically, I just wanted to cover just the new ships that are coming out, especially since they're available for steel. I feel like I would, you know, normally cover those. Now, obviously, it's a carrier and a sub. There was also a cruiser and a destroyer I covered, by the way, and a battleship. But you know, I don't mind just posting some videos like that sometimes. And for the most part, I think most people aren't really too mad about it. There are a few people that are really mad and triggered about, I mean, me releasing a video, I guess. But it kind of is what it is. It is 2024, of course. You know, 30-plus-year-old men are gonna get mad on the internet for a person releasing a video online, which they don't actually have to watch at all. So yeah, of course, it's normalized, and it's okay. I don't actually mind, but I'm mentioning it because yeah, I kind of find it funny. Not to say I don't care, because I do care regardless. I care about most of people's feedback and comments, but regardless, I think I'm happy to post a review on such ships regardless, and I don't really mind too much. But yeah, I'm just keeping you informed on the feedback I've been getting. You know, I read the comments, guys. Not like I don't read the comments. I read them all. I try to reply to as many of them as possible. I don't reply to all of them because some of them, well, I don't really need to reply to. But I'll try to reply to as many as possible. And if you have any video suggestions, make sure to put them in the comments below. But here we are. We're back into the game. We're fighting the Independence. We're gonna launch some torps at him. Now, he is an isolated target here. If we take a look at the minimap, guys, their team is nowhere to be seen next to me, so I'm pretty much free of charge here, able to do whatever I want. One thing we must keep in mind, though, is they are ahead on points. So contesting their cap is actually really vital right now to keeping us close into this game. Of course, if we don't get reset potentially by CV secondaries. But what's nice about Independence, guys, actually, is when you get up close to it, look how close we are to it, it has no secondaries. So we can get up real close to this Independence, and he can't really do anything to us from his actual ship. So we're basically capping for free. Which is nice. So he's gonna have to rely on hitting us with aircraft armaments, which is gonna be, well, I wouldn't say too easy. I mean, if he just uses rockets or bombs, I guess it's easier than the torps. But we do go 44 knots, which I believe... I'm not sure if it outruns Independence torps. We can actually take a look here. It actually does not outrun full build Independence torp speed by like 3 knots, but that's okay. I'm actually going to leave the cap here because I do want to make sure I finish the carrier. I think this is more important here because if I don't finish him off, he's just going to keep poking at me, spotting me for the Dunkirk, etc. I could just die. But now he's dead and he only has 1 drop remaining. And I'm turning back into the cap so we can contest once again. We're up to 8 torp hits here. Those torps are very fast and easy to hit, as you guys saw. So that was pretty nice. Going back to the cap, I am spotted in front of this Dunkirk, but there is a rock in the way. Ooh, we were lucky. He misses the drop. One thing to keep in mind about this video, guys, remember my build is limited to 13 points. Therefore, if you want to run a 21-point captain, you're going to have a higher top HP pool on the ship. You're going to have higher top speed on the torps. And you're going to have an extra speed boost and an extra heal. So, realistically, you have 9.6k HP. But if you count 1.1k heals... That's 4 heals. So let's say around 4,000, 4,500 extra HP. So you said around 13, 14,000 if you can heal fully on this destroyer, which is quite good actually for a torpedo destroyer that's not meant to get spotted, etc. Especially since you have 5.7 detection. Having those heals is very important. And having those heals with this firepower is also very important for you. Because, well, as I said, you are big and easy to hit. And more importantly, your guns, you only have 3 guns and they reload every 8 seconds. So that's pretty bad. Now, you could say Kamikaze doesn't have a heal, but it has only 4 guns, which reload every 10 seconds. But actually, Kamikaze has an extra gun, like I said. And Kamikaze also has 2000 HE alpha. Kalmar has 1600 HE alpha, so you're getting outgunned regardless. And more importantly, you actually have 13,100 HP in the Kamikaze, whilst Kalmar, to get that HP, you have to heal through it. So if you're taking a one-on-one engagement, he might actually just beat you straight up. He also outspots you. You need to keep that in mind. And this is very important for this engagement, and I'll show you here how bad these guns are. And we get 1 shell hit there. It's actually pretty hard also to hit. I mean, Kamikaze is... I don't know if it's smaller than a Kalmar. I think both ships are quite small. I'm not sure about the exact sizes, though, of each ship. But anyway, we try pick up a gunfight with him. Because we are playing tier 5 regardless. You know, even though our captain build may not be as high. You know, we don't have an extra heal or whatever. We don't have higher top HP pool. That's okay. Actually, I just realized, well, it's 9.6k HP plus SC plus 4k HP. So, you would get, I don't know, around, probably around, so 12 plus 4. That's like 15, 16,000 HP. In that regard, actually, the HP pool is not really a big problem. It's mostly your firepower. Your main guns are awful. We do hit him for 1k there, which is nice because we do hit 2 shells. Yeah. Yeah, we set him on fire, which is nice. Now, he was on 4k HP, by the way, when we started picking this fight. Unfortunately, his Talabas is not actually shooting me to help him out. He's just, he's kind of focusing the Budioni, which is understandable, I guess. I think the Budioni... Oh, the Budioni is 13k HP. And he's running at him, though, and Budioni does hurt him a lot, so... we take a look at the Celebes. Celebes does not eat a torp, unfortunately. Potentially because I widespread, potentially not. Now, you do have the narrow pan-European spreads because the torps are pretty fast. There's not really much to say about this ship. I'm kind of just like... I didn't want to do live commentary on this ship because I didn't really... I'm a bit sick right now, to be honest. And I haven't, you know, I've taken 2 days off of streaming right now because I have a really sore throat actually. But I mean, you know, recording a 20-minute video is not too bad, I guess. But yeah, I mean, live commentary, I don't know, my head, I need to like chill out a bit, you know. And I feel like this is okay. I played this game on stream regardless. I think it's okay. But yeah, I do apologize about it not being, for example, a live commentary. I know you guys are potentially used to that on my channel, but it's okay. We do land 4 torps there, which is really nice. We get double fire, which is really nice. Celebes does go down. We're up to 76,000 damage and 2 kills, which is actually pretty nice for a tier 5 destroyer regardless. Hopefully my Budioni can deal with this Dunkirk B, so I don't actually have to open up. He might actually just set him on fire here, which would be really nice. But Yoni, I think, has decent fire chance. If we actually take a look, this is really nice addition by Wargaming, by the way. The fact that you can hover over ships and take a look at their statistics, it's really nice. 7%. Oh no, that's mine. That's mine. 13.5, yeah, his fire chance is pretty good. I do think he actually lit him on fire too. La Drogue gets spotted here. It's a tier 5 French destroyer for the new French line, I believe, actually. Not the old one. He is smashing into my face. By the way, I'm not sure if that thing has French saturation or not. Someone in my chat when I was streaming says it does, but I'm not really 100% sure on the tier 5 destroyer. But he does hurt us quite significantly. You saw how easy we ate so much damage. Now, we weren't angling perfectly, sure. But look at his HE alpha. 1.9k, 5.5 second reload. And how many guns does he have? 4? I think it's 4 or 5 guns. Probably around 4 though. And yeah, he did quite a lot of damage to me there. So yeah, when you're fighting these gunboat destroyers, you have to be really careful. I don't know if I can zoom in to see how many guns he has. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 guns. Yeah, those things hurt a lot. So you have to be really cautious when you're taking gunfights like those. I took that gunfight because, well, I had to. But I also was kind of running at him at full speed. So I think I outspot him, actually, right? He has 6 kilometer detection. If I was pre-kited, I have a 0.3 kilometer advantage over him. Also, you only have 1 gun on the nose on the ship. So when you're pushing into people to gun them down, that's really bad. You want to try to be pre-kited because that's where your guns are regardless. And, you know, you can minimize your angle and still get 2 guns off. It's pretty good. But that's pretty much the game, realistically. I think we should go take a look at the score. Alright, so here we are on the score screen. We got 79,213 damage, 36 shell hits, 12 torp hits, 3 kills, 1 fire. Team score, we got 2nd place on the team, which is alright. Our paired played pretty well. Detailed report, 37k on the Independence. That was a really nice kill on their CV. I like killing CVs, of course. We got 2.9k on the Kamikaze, not too much. And we got 2.3k on the La Droite, I think it's pronounced. Correct me if I'm wrong, French viewers. And of course, we got 36k on the Dunkirk. 62k damage from torps. That's actually pretty nice. And if you can actually play torps ships better, or you're better at hitting torps, you can actually play the ship pretty well and you'll get quite a lot of damage. Some games though, when people aren't going to be running at you, you might have some low damage games. Alright, so for my commander build, once again, I have preventative maintenance, last stand, concealment expert, adrenaline rush, and fill the tubes. If you want, you can take swift fish, superintendent, and survivability expert, and the ship would be actually really good. You could realistically also, if you want, maybe you don't take one of these two, and you take swift and silence. You could go really fast, 8% plus 44 knots. It would go really fast, but I would just go for a standard build, to be honest. Not anything fancy. For equipment, I have torpedo tubes mod 1, engine boost mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. But you could take, instead of engine boost mod 1, of course, you shouldn't take this one. I just have a excess of them. You should take engine room protection. Realistically, you should do that. Did I just sell that one? Oops. No! I just sold one by accident. Well, it is what it is. GG. But yeah, that's pretty much a Kalmar. In terms of what I think of the ship, I think it's actually a pretty decent it's actually pretty good for the tier 5. It is available for free, so I can't really complain about it. It is good. It is a good ship, and I think it's free to get, and it's quite easy to get. You only need to get to level 8 in the Dockyard. So to be honest, is it worth it? Yeah, it's free, so of course it's worth it. And is it a good ship? I think it's pretty good. But that's pretty much this video for the Kalmar. I hope you enjoyed this tier 5 video. I don't normally cover tier 5 ships all too much. But I hope you guys still enjoyed some tier 5 content. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Big fan.